So we're going to keep this going. We're going to do it with the waist turn. We're going to start off with just the waist turn for right now. We're going to take our hands, we're going to inflate them right in the center of our body. Then you got a big balloon, a large ball in front of you. Keep your fingers really close to the center line of your body. I'm going to describe your elbows so your shoulders don't feel heavy. Your elbows are going to be pointing down at an angle. Okay? So if you lift them up parallel to the floor, you're going to start to feel there's going to be a lift in the shoulders as well. If you keep the elbows up like that, you're going to try to hold your arms. It's going to feel super heavy after a while. Let the elbows drop. Fingers are almost going up at an angle, if you will, towards the ceiling. Okay? And they're only about throat height, so not too high, nothing in front of your face or anything like that. Just expand them open from the body. Okay? We're going to use the center line to know where we're turning. So we're going to turn from our center from one knee to the other knee. And that's going to be our range. So listen carefully. We're not going to engage the hip. All right? What I mean by that, we're not going to let the hip, again, turn across the body. All right? We're going to keep it restrictive to the waist. I always talk about this, but this is going to be key, especially as we keep moving forward, so you understand about the range of motion that your body is really employing. Okay? So when I say go from center to knee, you're going to take your center line, and you're going to point it over the knee that you're turning towards. Then we're going to turn it back to the opposite side. Okay? So if you notice that your knees or your legs are pulling, that means you're allowing your knee to get taken off the plane with the knee. Okay? And what you want to do is make sure, so you can see this as well. What I mean is that when you turn your waist, don't let the knee dip in. Okay? When you turn your waist, if you keep the hip kind of in place, it'll limit the range that you can actually do it. Once you let the hip kind of roll or drop in, it lets the knee kind of dip inside of the feet, as I was talking about earlier.
For this exercise, our weight should be equal, right?
Our waist should be equal. Yep, and you simply is turning at the waist.
So it's not like some of the other ones where we're shifting.
Not yet.
Okay.
No, we'll be doing that in a little bit. Slow down, Bill. Jeez. There you go. All right, so, but that's a great question. So keep your feet solid in both sides. All right? All right? And this turn. I'm going to start by turning to my left and then to my right. And what you want to do is you can look down a little bit. Just put your eye, don't put your head down. You don't need to. Just look down and see what that range is like. And then gradually let your eyes just float away and let your body just keep that turn going from that same distance that you've already established. And become comfortable and familiar with that range. Okay, so if you need to look down for a little bit with the eyes, that's fine. Just see where your fingers are hitting that mark on the knee. Look at your hip, make sure your hip's not pulling around. You can do that for, like I said, a brief moment, but then let your eyes gradually drift up and just play off the sensation that you've already created from that turn. Okay, so it means you can keep going. You got to get yourself acclimated to it, become familiar with it. Don't shy away from the rhythm, if you will. Don't become too restrictive. Once you get there, go right back to the other side. There you go, right back over. Keep the hips a little side. There you go. Right there. So when you start to feel the pull of the hips, that means you're going too far. Your knees are only right here. Yeah, your knees. The center of your knee is here. Okay, that's as far as you need to go. Same thing on that side. Very, very small range. Just keep the hips in place. There you go. Come on. There you go. Don't overturn. Don't overturn. There, right there. That's far enough. Right there. No, that's too much. That's too much. You're right here. Center of your knee. You're going to cut it right down the center of your knee. Okay? There you go. There you go. Now keep it going in a very rhythmic way, and then let your eyes drift up when you have it. Okay? Keep going. Don't let your arms float into your body. There you go. Just keep that shape. Like I said, if you keep the elbows down, it'll be a little easier. Yeah, there you go. That's nice. That's nice. Relax your shoulders a little bit, Bill. There you go. Better. Good. You let your hand drift a little bit more. Let your elbows down so that it keeps that pressure. Good. That's it. That's good, man. Very good. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Okay, relax. What does it feel like? Easy peasy? No problems? Okay.